It's no secret that marriage can be hard. But I think oftentimes we as Christian men, part of the problem, the part of the reason why it's so hard is the way that we've been looking at it. I think sometimes it's the bill of goods that we've been sold. I think it's the societal expectations that have been passed down of what marriage ought to be or what it should look like. And a lot of times we got married for simple reasons. Like we loved someone and we wanted to spend our lives with them. We wanted to have kids together. We wanted to have fun. We wanted to make a difference in the world. We wanted to find our place, find friendships and connection. And we didn't want anything super spectacular out of the ordinary. And then we get frustrated when life gets complicated, when kids come along, or when we as husband and wife begin to look at things differently. And it's like, all right, I started off with not, crazy expectations. I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to love someone, have someone by my side and, do the Christian life, and thought things would be a whole lot easier. And I don't understand why this has gotten hard. I don't understand why my wife is coming at it from this perspective, or why she's seemingly lashing out, or why she's so needy with me. And it's like, I'm not asking for much. I just want peace. I just want to be respected in my own home. And it's like, I don't understand why this is so hard. And I think it's pretty clear that God has a different expectation around what marriage was designed to be that's different than what we thought it was. Because more than anything else, marriage is a place to change you, to mold you, to conform you into the image of Jesus. Now, we all know Ephesians 5, which says, husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, right? And I think a lot of times men, we think, oh, that means I'm supposed to love her. Like I started off loving her. It means I'm supposed to give to her, provide for her. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm loving her. I'm there for her. Why does it have to be so hard? But we've got to see there. It's like, how did Jesus love? He laid down his life for the church. This is what marriage is about. It's about selflessly laying ourselves down in service to our wives when there is needs, when she's struggling, when things are hard, to be an understanding head of that home, to love her, to lead her, to be the pastor of our homes, to protect her, to provide for her, to be an understanding person when no one else understands, to be present with her, and to lay our lives down into service for her, to build her up, to encourage her, to guide her, and to lead her more than anywhere else unto Christ. This is actually the purpose of marriage. And God never said anywhere it was going to be easy. But the beautiful thing about this is when we begin to really understand that, and we really understand what it is our wife needs from us and how we can lay down our lives for them and lead them, instead of there being this rub where we're frustrated with them, and honestly, a lot of times we're actually frustrated with God, which is unfair because God designed this to be a blessing. It's maybe that we're not doing it the way he designed it that is the core problem. When we begin to see it that way and understand that we are called to live to serve and lay down our own will and agenda, lay down our own selves for the sake of our wives. And then in many ways, also to do that for our kids too, to provide for them, to protect them, to defend them, and to be there for them, and to be their home, to be their pastor in their home. And the rewards that are there for us, brothers, when we align with God's purpose and we see in our wives the admiration, when we see in our kids the respect when they look at us and know that we're not perfect men, but we're trying to lead them, we're trying to love them, and we're not just trying to get our own way, but more than anything else, we're trying to point them unto the Lord and to his grace, his mercy, his love, and what Christ has done for them. Wow, that's so rewarding. And it's so much more than what we hoped marriage was actually going to be to begin with. And therein lies the great blessing for us, that God designed marriage to be so much greater than what we've made it out to be, because it's so infected with what the culture says, what everybody says, the expectation in our culture. And that's what's so fun about what we do, is when we help men to connect with their purpose and to see how God is working in them and wanting to equip them and strengthen them. It's amazing what happens then. And if you're out there today and you're like, that sounds awesome, but how do I get there? Like, Scott, you don't know what's going on. Reach out, shoot me a message, hit me up at scott@turnaroundmarriage.com. and let me know where you're at.